Hey everybody, this is Megan, and this is another female soldiers video blog. And I'm sorry that I haven't posted recently. I made a video not long ago, and something happened with the computer. I don't know what really went on with that. Like, it wouldn't post. I don't know. It took me forever to get it to actually post to YouTube, and then like once I got it posted, then it wouldn't go public. I don't know. So and since then I've kind of been doing some stuff, so I haven't really had much time. But the reason that I haven't posted is because, fortunately, something happened and I wasn't able to attend Georgia Military College. That's a whole another story. I got into some trouble. So if you're planning on going into the military, or you're planning on going into a military institution, stay out of trouble, because it comes back and it bites you in the butt. I found that out, and it was not fun. So yeah, that didn't happen. And then soon after that, I started going to college here in my town. Well, not here in my actual town, but a couple towns over. Started going to college there, getting my EMT certification before moving on to paramedic, and then hopefully earning the opportunity to learn to fly medevac helicopters in the civilian world, and which I found out is way harder than you expect it to be. So that's an adventure. But so far I'm just having to get my EMT certification, which I will get. I will finish it in May, and that's with, like, it's not that long of a program, but there's Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's like right in the middle of it, so it kind of spreads it out. So, and also I met a guy, and he's currently deployed. He's infantry paratrooper, and that means he jumps out of airplanes and shoots shit. Pardon my French, but that's what he does, and he is deployed right now. So I'm most of the time talking to him whenever I can. We used to talk almost every day, but he moved and he doesn't have internet access where he is now, so I'm having to talk on the phone. So that's the phone call that I'm expecting. The reason this video is probably not going to be as long as it should be. But I got an email a couple days ago, and I've been talking back and forth with this girl. I cannot remember her name, her username, to save my life. So she knows who she is. And she asked me to explain how to improve your run time. Whenever I started doing this, I did my 2 miles in, the first time I ran, it was like, it was bad. It was like, I want to say, it was like 27, 28, it was close to 30 minutes to run 2 miles, which was like horrible. I was like, ugh. Of course, I had no kind of cardiovascular anything before that time. So that was my biggest thing. Like, my legs could hold up pretty good. It's just breathing that hard, and plus it was like October when that happened, so it was kind of cold, so it didn't help much at all. So I remember looking up, trying to figure out how to improve the run, and by the time I was ready to go in the military and all that stuff, before I got in a bunch of trouble, and before I found out that I had a health problem to where I couldn't go in, then I had gotten it down to like 17, I think is what I got it to. I think you only have to have it at 19 minutes. I'm not really sure. I'm not looking at the standard, so I can't tell you. But I have it pulled up right now, so I'm going to click over to it. And it is how to improve a run. And it says to work in intervals. Meaning, so what I would suggest is to run, do your 2 miles or whatever. And if you don't think you can run 2 miles, then you can do a half mile, and then run a half mile as fast as you can until you're knocking it out, just like it's nothing, and then move up to a mile, and then you run a mile for a couple weeks until you're knocking it out, or a couple days, depending on how good your body adapts quickly. And then you move to 1.5 miles, 2 miles, and then however long you have to run it, because apparently the standards have changed. Like, what I was told whenever I was joining is apparently not the same anymore. People have been correcting me, and I'm sorry, I didn't realize that it was wrong whenever I said it, but like the standards are changing for the military, and like I don't even know. So if you have any kind of questions like that, I suggest calling Recruiter. There's tons of them. They're everywhere. I mean, seriously. I know I could probably call 4 recruiters right now and drive to all of them in less than 30 minutes. There's recruiters everywhere. Plus, they come to high schools a lot, so that's a plus. They're convenient then. So work up to your 2 miles or whatever, and then time yourself. Whenever you ever finally reach where you can run the full, then time yourself, and then get your time, and then from there, I hate to say it, but the only thing you can do is just keep doing it. You just have to run and build a schedule. I get to the point where I was getting up every morning. I would run in the morning. I would have to go to school. I would have school during the day. I was lucky enough to have a program at my school to where I ended up taking aerobics 1 class period. So I would take aerobics 1 class period, which really, really helped with my cardiovascular strength, to where it helped me out during my running. So I'd take aerobics, and then I had rehearsal during the day or after school, and then I would come home about 6 o'clock, get something to eat, chill out a little bit, and then I would do a cardio workout, or it was either a cardio or a muscle building workout. Like I had like the DVDs or whatever, and would do those. So not only did that cut my weight down, but it also helped me with my run time, because my cardiovascular strength was getting up there. It was pretty good. I'm not trying to brag, but it was good. And then so like the biggest thing that I'm gonna say is just keep working at it. It's hard. It's horrible. It is just, you just have to do it. And if you're not a runner and you're having to make yourself into a runner, it sucks. It sucks really bad. And when it's cold outside, you don't want to be outside. You could run on a treadmill, but I would only advise you, if you're going to run on a treadmill, then run on the treadmill just when it's cold outside, and then run outside whenever it's warmer. But the thing with that is, if you run on a treadmill all year round, then your legs get used to running on a treadmill. They don't get used to running on terrain. And then if you do have the chance to go to basic training, then whenever you go, then you're going from running on a treadmill to running on concrete sidewalks, down asphalt roads, or through actual like terrain. So your legs aren't used to it, and then they're like, what the heck's going on? And it'll give out on you. Another thing was, if you do half and half, and you run on the treadmill half the time, and then you run outside the other half, is you build more cardiovascular strength when it's cold outside, because your lungs are having to work harder to heat and humidify the air that's going into your body. So when you breathe in, yes, your sinuses and the inside of your mouth are going to get cold, and it's going to be horrible, and it's really, really, really hard to warm all of your nasal system up after you run. It's really hard. So if it gets to the point where it's like really, really cold, and you're not going to and you're going to be going to basic training in like June, July, there's no need to learn to run in the really, really cold weather, like freezing cold. Like, you should still learn to run in the cold weather, but not like, if it's like snowing, you can run on the treadmill. That's not what I'm saying. So just the biggest thing is just keep at it, keep doing it. And also, I advise anyone who is planning on going to the military to go to a doctor, as a regular physician, and get a full physical, just so he can listen to your heart, so he can listen to your lungs, he can check your reflexes, and then just see if you may not be physically fit to go in the military at that time, just to see if your body, like, there's nothing wrong with your body to where you can't. Because I ended up going to the doctor right before I was like getting in and all that stuff, and they found a heart murmur, which is like the valves of your heart doesn't close all the way, so like blood kind of like swooshes back whenever it pumps. nothing really bad. Like, I mean, I've lived with it all my life, never even noticed it. The doctor had to really, really listen for it to find it, so it's not that bad. It's really small, and probably doing all of the army training that I did do helped me out, and where it didn't get as bad, because like the older you get, the worse it's supposed to get, or whatever. As of right now, I've put on more weight than I would enjoy, so I'm having to I started an insanity workout. I did it, like half of it. I never finished it. With a friend of mine before school started back, and then she was going off to college, and I was at school too, so we kind of lost time doing it. I'm fixing to start it back. I'm starting it back. It's Sunday now, so I'm starting back Monday. And then knock it out, all that. Kind of get back to where I want to be, weight and health-wise. But anyway, I'm rambling now. I do that a lot, I'm sorry. So yeah, just work it running. Just work and work and work and work and work. It's a long process. Don't try to just knock out 2 miles first time you do it. Work your way up. Build cardiovascular strength. Learn to run in cold weather. What were the other high points I hit? Yeah, that's about it. So I am done. And I hope that helped. Bye.